So this video is going to accompany labs 1, 2, and 3. Each one of these first 3 labs are going to be using these Sony cameras. These are HVR A1U cameras. They're really good cameras. We have 5 of them. To install the battery, there is an up arrow on the back of the battery, and basically you just put this in the back of the camera and it snaps up. These cameras do record to a tape. To install the tape, on the bottom of the camera there is a lever that opens this tape cassette door. The tape cassette location opens, and then basically you're just going to insert the tape just like this. You do need to close the tape cassette holder first, and then it's automatically going to withdraw back up into the camera, and then you can close this door here. It does have a handle on this side, so you can hang on to it like this. It has a standard 1/4 inch threaded hole in the bottom, so you can put this on any tripod. So just taking a look at the camera, obviously this is the lens end. It does have a lens cap. I don't know if you can see this, but there's a lever here. I can open and close the cap on the end. Make sure that you have the cap open if you're getting ready to record. The on-off switch is right here on the back. There's a small green button on it. If you push the green button in and pull it down one time, then it goes to tape mode. So on the side of it there is an LCD display, so we can see exactly what the camera lens is going to see. If you take that same lever and you pull it down again, it goes to the SD card. You really only use the SD card if you're going to take pictures with the camera, not video. And then if you pull it down one more time, it goes to edit playback. And so this is where you can fast forward, rewind, and play back your video footage. Let's see what's on this tape. It is a touchscreen LCD. So you just push the play button, and looks like we got some clouds on here. So I'm going to go ahead and stop that and rewind it. On the LCD display, it tells battery life. So we have 487 minutes of battery life. We are recording in HDV 1080i. Of course, it's got the time code in the upper right corner. And then it tells how much footage you have available to record onto the tape. These are 60-minute tapes, so if you plan on recording at an event that's longer than 60 minutes, then you're going to want to make sure that you take more than one tape. As that's rewinding, we'll just continue to take a look. If I was going to want to zoom in fact, I'm going to go ahead and stop the rewind. So for the sake of time here, I'll just go ahead and push stop. By the way, this LCD display, you can, let's see here. I'm going to go back to camera tape. And so you can take this LCD display and turn it towards you. So if you're going to be recording, as you can see, this is the camera that I'm recording with right here. Or you can fold it in like this and be able to see from the side of the camera. So you got a little bit of flexibility with that LCD display. Okay, if you're wanting to zoom in on a subject, this lever right here is the zoom feature. So I can go ahead and push this in, and it's going to zoom in on whatever it is that you have in the frame. Okay. If you're ready to record, then there's 2 ways that you can record. You can either hit this red record button right here, and you see where it says standby in green. If I push that, standby is going to blink a couple times, and then it's going to go to the red REC indicating that it is recording. If you hit the record button again, then it's going to stop recording. The other way that you can record is on the LCD. Just off to the side of that, there's a small record button. I can hit that as well, and it's going to go ahead and begin recording. If I hit that again, then it is going to stop recording. On the front of the camera, you will see that we have 3 different focus settings. Right now it's on auto. And I think for these first 3 labs, you're going to want to keep it on auto. That means the camera is going to automatically adjust focus. A little bit later on in the course, we'll go ahead and switch it to manual, and then that gives you the ability to focus yourself, and that way you can get some depth of field and some other video effects. Telemacro, expanded focus, backlight, we'll talk about those at a later time. On this side of the camera, you see we do have night shot. So if I switch this to night shot, open up our LCD display, and you can see that we have sort of a night vision looking effect. If I turn that feature back off. Okay, as far as audio goes, the camera does have 2 onboard microphones, so this is one and this is the other. Right now I have a shotgun mic on the camera, and so this is going to be the microphone that's going to be picking up the audio during this recording. So if this was not on here, then these 2 onboard mics would pick up your audio. For lab number 1, you are going to be using a dynamic mic to go out and get some interviews. And so this is a dynamic mic. You probably have all seen this at some place or another. And so what I have is I've got an XLR cable plugged into the mic. And I'm sure I will probably have these all set up for you on Wednesday. But so then what I'm going to do is take the other end of the XLR cable and I'm going to plug it into my shotgun mic. And so then this is going to be my primary audio now. So since I got this XLR cable plugged in, this shotgun mic no longer is going to pick up any audio. It's strictly going to be from this dynamic mic. For those of you who are on lesson number 2, or I'm sorry, for those of you who are on lab number 2, you are using a boom mic. And so for the boom mic, I'm actually going to go ahead and unplug this. Now you'll have your own camera. I'm just using this one camera as a demonstration. I'm going to go ahead and unhook my shoe mount. And in fact, I'll just move this one off to the side here because this is the camera that you'll be using for lab number 2. You'll see that this has an LED light on it. Has the same features as the previous camera, although you'll notice that I have removed the shotgun mic. Okay. So for lab number 2, you're going to be using this boom mic. And the boom mic is a nice tool because it allows you to reach out. I think ours is about 10 feet long. And so if you're getting a group of people and you're trying to record audio with a group, then this is a good mic to use. Now this mic, unlike the dynamic mic, does have a power switch, and so you will want to turn that on. The green light indicates that it is on. And I would suggest going ahead and setting it to 80 hertz. The other end of the mic has this 1/8 inch plug. And on the side of your camera, you're going to see 2 1/8 inch jacks, a red one and a green one. The red one is for audio input, and so that's where I would want to plug the 1/8 inch plug into. And so now my camera is going to be getting audio from the boom mic instead of the onboard mics. The other 1/8 inch jack is for your headphones. It's always a good idea to have headphones on a video shoot that's going to have audio, because you're going to want to make sure that your camera is picking up audio. And I'll talk about that more once we get into class. On top of this camera is an LED light. So this is a portable light. It has its own battery source. To turn it on the back, you'll see 3 white buttons. You'll hold the middle button, and then that turns the LED light on. So this is a great light for getting some interviews, which in this particular lab, you're going to be getting some more interviews. The other buttons on the back of this, if I tilt my camera up a little bit, this button on the far left, if you push that, that lowers the intensity of the light. If you pushed it on the right, it's going to increase the intensity of the light. If you push the button in the middle one time, it tells you how much battery life you have left. And then to toggle that off, you just hold in on the middle button and it turns that light off. You might have noticed on the video that the camera that I'm recording with adjusted its exposure automatically once I had this LED light turned on. Once again, I've got that set up to auto. A little bit later on in the course, we will probably set it to manual so you can control your own exposure.